Do you guys have to push the little got it button when it pops up when it says recording in progress and this big fucking window comes up and you got ding?
Did you just see my hand go like this? Yeah, that's what literally.
I bet you if you press no, it'll just kick you out.
Ooh, by the way, we should try that one time. I volunteer as tribute.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna stop it right now. Here we go. Okay, so now we're recording. Let's see what happens when nobody.
No.
Okay, we'll try it next time.
It's probably once for meeting.
Yeah, we'll try it next time.
Okay, so next week.
Next meeting, we'll try it. Listeners, next meeting, we'll try it. In the meantime, we got a lot of shit to get to. So welcome to the locker room. I'm Tom.
Hi, Matthew.
I'm Chuck.
He's so tired.
Well, to be fair, you're 2 hours ahead of him.
Hey, wait! Don't tell anybody I'm leaving. But like, build in some time. I forgot something. I got to go get something real quick.
He's gonna go pee. If you listen very carefully, you might hear him tinkle in the background.
So, audience, Matt doesn't know that we're continuing the show while he's gone because he used wired earbuds. If he had used wireless earbuds, he would have been able to go to the bathroom, and he's back. So now, hold on, he's putting in his wired earbuds, and he has no idea. So anyway,
that was I think
slick.
Okay. Nobody knew.
Nobody knew. There's the edit right there.
That's it. Just drop the timestamp and let's keep it going.
So anyway,
by the way, nice fucking the password is voice. He gave us a super password.
Your password is password.
Right. Oh god.
Oh, god. Hey boys. Oh my god. Okay. I wish I could talk to you about how shitty my week has been, but due to legal reasons,
I can't wait till you can talk about this.
So here's the deal. I'm gonna say this. I am not going to talk about how shitty my week has been. I'm not going to talk about how shitty my week has been or why it has been shitty.
Sure.
But I will say, that nobody who made my week shitty required me to sign a non-disclosure agreement at any point during my shitty week, which is probably a huge fuck up on their part.
Yeah.
So all those of you that made my week shitty, it's about to get shittier. And then when I decide it's safe to talk about it, I'm going to get real shitty.
Yeah. Like all the fans are going to get turned on, and then shit is just going to be fucking smacking every single fucking fan.
Are you talking about like fan hitting and spraying everywhere?
No, I am. This is a call to action, brother. This is like fucking.
Yes.
He's going to be like a
call to action. Like if you guys love this show and you hate cancel culture, when I tell you what happened, you're going to be mad. Really fucking mad. Really fucking
Let me tell you something, brother. The Thomas will not stand for cancel culture.
Before we get into anything of any sort of substance or semblance of substance,
we had a
well, I mean, that's why I said semblance of like,
hey, hold on. I want to pat ourselves on the back for doing a halfway decent job at deconstructing Ukraine, which is a very complex topic.
Yes.
Okay. So I just want to say that.
I'll give you halfway. Okay. So we had a listener.
If I could suck my own dick, I would.
God damn it. I'm one vertebrae short.
Is it that or is it like two ribs?
Maybe 2 ribs.
I bet you if you removed a couple ribs, lost a few pounds.
I think it's one or the other.
So that's the deal. You either have one vertebrae less than you need or 2 ribs more than you need. I think
would it be one less or would you need more? If you had less,
you need less ribs to get
less
closer.
Ribs and maybe some
more vertebrae.
More vertebrae.
Right. So if you had like either 1 extra vertebrae or 2 less ribs, I think you'd make it.
Yeah. See, fucking giraffes just living the life. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
Michael Jackson did
it. Michael Jackson is what?
But here's the thing. So I've always asked this, boys. I've always asked this.
I thought it was
if you like, let's go back to Star Wars real quick. And I know Matt loves when we go back to Star Wars, but if you clone yourself
around, okay, go ahead.
But if you clone yourself,
right,
and you have sex with yourself,
right? Oh,
is it masturbation or incest?
That's
I think it's narcissistic masturbating.
Well, it's
Incest.
gay if you do it. If you call in your, it's 100% gay.
100% gay. Wait, well, I think we've all agreed it's 100% gay.
Sure.
It's 100%
I don't think
gay.
that's on the man. I don't think that's on the table. But
No,
okay,
that's
sure.
not
if you
even
Dutch
looking
rudder
at-
your if you Dutch rudder your clown, is that considered masturbation?
No.
If you
Is that
Dutch
like-
rudder
no.
yourself, you have
No.
much bigger problem.
we have established we have
That's an
What if you sit on your
assist.
hands
for it?
That's an
That's
assist.
That's a self-hating
That's right.
behavior.
That's right. Look, we've established a long time ago that Dutch ruddering is not, in fact, masturbation. It's just an assist,
Yeah.
and that's
Because
okay.
you just you're grabbing the elbow and you're just like helping
Right.
out.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Motherfucker may have
Metallica guy,
text
look up
probably,
Dutch
like I
rudder.
say.
Anyway, so Matt, you have an email. I swear we promised.
Yes, I
You
have an
reminded
email.
yourself. I reminded you. Let's do it.
I have an email and I have an actual snail mail situation.
Oh my God, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait,
this,
what?
this is a surprise for you
What?
guys. I did not tell you this about
And
this.
do you guys hear the paper crinkling? This is
Oh, yeah,
legit.
this
like,
is
look it up on YouTube.
legit,
This is
yeah.
breaking news. Okay,
so
go.
we
I
had
hope to God it's an angry letter.
so-
Somebody said, not even texted, email, DM.
Right.
somebody
If
sat
you
down,
fucking took the time to
broke
write
out.
that shit down and put
Yeah.
a stamp on it, I've got a huge hate boner. Like-
Listen, in 2022, how much fucking hate do you have to have
There
running
are
through your
so
veins? to
many
write
ways you
pen
can hate
and
on us.
paper?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you gotta go get a stamp.
Well,
you gotta lick that motherfucker. You gotta put that shit in the mail. There's
Yeah.
a,
They didn't
there's
lick
a
it, they
new
spit it.
level of hate.
processes.
Right,
Okay.
right, yeah, Chuck, that's right. Just
Well,
That's
um,
what's wrong with society. Is before you were like, "Do you hate it that much?" Nah, I don't fucking care. I'm not going to get a
Right.
stamp.
Yeah.
Now you just tick 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 tick. Send.
oh,
yeah,
instant
you can't even angrily slam the phone and hang up on anybody. Like you
Oh.
fucking can't. You can't
No,
do that.
this is
Remember the
true.
Oh my God.
satisfaction?
That's
Yeah,
wait
yeah,
a
yeah.
minute.
Well,
wait a minute.
well,
You
heard
hit it so
You
fucking
heard it.
hard, the internal bell that make it ring, go bing, and you're like,
Bing.
yeah,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
This is an app.
What? The slam
This
app?
is an app.
oh,
Slam
yeah,
app.
when you hang up.
There's a
It-
fucking
it-
red button to hang up, and there's a fucking purple button that's like hang up, like, and they hear a
Yes.
gigantic clang in their ear, and it was like,
Yes.
I fucking hung up on.
There
your
we
ass,
go.
motherfucker.
That's a $1
This
million
is an app.
fucking idea.
Hey,
Edit
Copyright
this
strike.
out
trademark
because-
Wait,
Locker
wait,
Room
wait,
Podcast.
no,
hang
fucking
up on
edit
you
it
app.
out.
That's
Edit it out.
trademark
Edit
2022.
it out so nobody can
Locker Room
fucking hear
Podcast.
it.
No, listeners, if you know how to make an app, we'll split it with you.
Oh my god, this is genius.
Listeners, if
Yeah.
you know how to
I
make
actually
an
have a
app,
family member that makes an app.
Mhm.
Let's
Well,
do.
okay.
Oh, Chuck, perfect,
Let's do it.
fantastic. Let's
The
do it.
And
locker
remember,
room,
cool. Yeah,
hang
Thomas,
up on you, fucking app.
edit the shit out so nobody
All right.
else fucking. Okay.
Let's
Anyway,
get to
so
the actual email.
brother.
the actual man.
No shit, he does apps.
Okay.
Okay, I
all right.
will edit this out then.
Okay.
No, I'm
so the
No,
letter,
no,
the
no,
actual
no.
paper letter.
Paper letter. Here we go.
It
Oh wait,
is
we're
not
doing
an-
the
it is-
email first or the paper
No, I'll
letter?
do the paper letter. This is
Okay,
exciting.
paper
I want to
letter,
get this
paper
first. This is not an angry letter. So we had a loyal listener
Oh,
slid into my DMs and said, "Hey,
oh.
hey, check this out." And I'm like,
Wait,
"Oh
wait.
my God, that's fucking amazing." And he said,
You
"You guys
said-
need to get a PO box so people can send you shit." And I said, "Yeah, or you can just send it to my shop, which is a public address.
Right.
It's it's
Sure.
That's what I told him. Send it to our business.
Yeah,
Send
I
it
said
to our
so.
work.
So here you go. Send it to my work." And he goes, "Okay," and he sent it. So it says, "Hello. Here are the patches I showed you. One's for you. One is for Tom, Chuck, and Marco.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is for Mike,
Wow.
I have a chubby right
Mr.
now.
MJV 1911." And
Oh,
let's see if
MJV
we can-
1911.
Let's see if we can get this up here for you.
Oh my God! Wait, I'm
Fuckers.
taking a picture of this. I'm posting it right now on our social media
Oh,
while we're
that's
recording it. And I'm gonna tag him in it.
fucking
Ah.
You're all cunts. Fuck you.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
MJV 1911. So here's the deal. I am literally in my Instagram right now, and I'm posting this to @MJV 1911 with a thank you. And I'm saying
There it
greatest
is.
of thanks from your motherfuckers.
and he did he let it know when it when it got in the mail, and he said, "Hey," he said, "just so you know, I have my wife write everything on the letter in the envelope, but I didn't want you to think I had little bitch writing." So
You know what? That makes it even cooler.
yes,
Because
yes.
The fact that you're like, hey, I didn't write that shit on the envelope, by the way. Because I get you. like I feel all of that when you're like,
Yeah,
no, that's
yeah.
not my writing.
That's not my
I
writing,
asked
man.
my wife to write that. I don't put hearts on eyes. I do not swirl nothing. Like nothing has a loop-de-loop. None of my letters are straight fucking lines. Anyway,
So there it is. So he's seeing
right.
it. He's seeing it before he's hearing about seeing it.
yeah, he's gonna see it and then he's gonna hear about it.
Yeah.
So I literally just posted it. And if we get a response during the podcast, I will read it. So I'm keeping
faux show.
I'm keeping that
Okay.
shit open.
So now
All right.
the actual email
Okay.
from our boy Saint Anger, who never ever disappoints when he decides to write us an email. So I'm looking
What's
forward
up,
to this
dude?
one. Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go. Drinking with Saint Anger. This was from the 4th.
Oh.
So here we go.
Oh
Hey
my God,
dudes,
it's starting
haven't
already.
hey dudes, haven't reached out in a while, but I thought I'd share a little drunk story. And we always love your drunk stories are always welcome, everybody, by the way.
Yes, always.
Yeah.
We need to go back to that.
Yeah, to just send them in whenever. Okay. The other day I thought I'd do a bit of day drinking. Saint Anger, it's just called drinking. Man the fuck up. Don't qualify it with fucking day
Sure.
drinking.
Bitches can have
night
mimosas
drinking.
and call it
Yeah, no.
brunch. You can
Just-
fucking
it's-
drink whenever you
It's
want.
drinking. It's drinking. Just as my father told me, he used to say, son, remember, you can't say you've been drinking all day unless you start first thing in the morning.
Right.
So there's where the bar has been set. Okay. So the other day I thought I'd do a bit of day drinking. I grabbed a bottle of gin and got to drinking around 1400. I was just drinking my drink and vibing out when all of a sudden it's 1930 and my wife was telling me to come eat dinner. I get up from the couch and suddenly I'm fucking hammered. And we know how that goes.
Oh,
When
God.
you're
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just
We need to have an
hammered
episode
there.
about accidentally drunk.
yeah, when you're just like this
Oh,
this
yeah.
shit's not
When
hitting
you're
me,
like,
it hit
oh
me,
my
and then
God.
you get up
fuck,
to
I don't
go
want to
take
tell
a
my
leak
wife
and you're
I'm
like,
so drunk and I
Yeah.
didn't mean this at all.
Yep. Yeah, okay, so he's hammered.
Oh, shit. I did a shit at Disneyland one time.
I made my
Mm.
way to the dining room table and I couldn't even sit upright. I laid my head on the table and started grabbing my food with my hand and just shoving it into my mouth. My wife and mother-in-law
Heyo.
were my wife and mother-in-law you just
Oh God,
put the
his mother-in-law.
stones on Saint Anger to do
Now know
this
why you're
sort of
drinking.
shit.
Fuck, I love that boy.
My wife and mother-in-law were like, oh Lord. I picked up a piece of turkey from my plate, handed it to my wife. Next thing I remember, I'm laying on the ground in the front yard while it's raining. My wife's trying to pull me up and begging me to come inside. I'm actively resisting and telling her,
Wait. His wife's begging him to come inside. There you go.
Ah, good catch.
I'm actively, oh shit, I lost my place. There we
His
are.
wife's
I'm
begging
actively,
him to come inside. That's where
there it is. I'm actively resisting and telling her she's being really mean to me. And the ground feels really nice.
I mean,
fa-
I feel all that.
I
I'm just saying.
FaceTimed my sister to tell her how mean my wife was. And then suddenly I woke up on the couch and it was Sunday morning.
I'm
God.
travel.
Wow.
Okay,
Saint
okay.
Anger, you're a hot fucking mess. First of all.
No.
Did he
That's a medium mess, really. I mean, I've been messier than that. I will tell you a story. We went to a
teleported into the he teleported twice.
bro.
He
And,
teleported.
you know what?
outside on
Here's the
ground
thing.
and
I
then
bet you there
teleported
is
the next
Dude,
morning.
there is
I'm like,
so
it's
much
out.
more to
Back
this
out.
story that he
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
even know.
For
That's
sure.
the best part.
Right.
Like we need to talk to Mrs. Saint Anger.
So my buddy's a deputy sheriff who shall remain nameless because he's never been on the show and he's still not comfortable talking about his job, but he's got some fucking amazing stories.
We'll just call him Deputy.
We'll just call him deputy. We were at a
Deputy
party
dog.
one time and he was drinking and I was drinking because I just said we were at a party. So, you know,
Yep.
it should go without saying. And at one point he's like, fuck, my back hurts. And I'm like, I got shit for my back. My back's fucked up. That's why it's part of my retirement.
Oh
If
my
your back's
God.
fucked up, yeah.
You gave him a fucking
Yeah.
muscle relaxer.
I
didn't
give
you?
fucking muscle This motherfucker
Gosh,
was
dog.
awake for 5 hours that he does not remember. And
Hell
I
yeah.
said, he goes, hey, what the fuck happened to me? And I said, what do you mean? He goes, you gave me that muscle relaxer. And I was like, fuck, I was gone, dude. I just pass out. And I'm all, what? He's all, did I just pass out? And I'm all, motherfucker, you were awake the whole time.
That's hilarious.
Anyway,
Holy
So-
shit.
tonight's episode, as we've
Hmm.
discussed on our social media, well, we've got a couple of things to discuss because holy
Mhm.
shit, there's been some shenanigans up in this fucking place now. But Marco, let's start
What's
with
up, dude?
how's your wife?
Oh, hobbling.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little out of it. I'm tired.
So
So
because you've been working double shifts.
yeah, so what had happened was my wife blew her MCL.
Ooh.
She tore, so one of the ligament.
She did it before it was cool.
Fucked up. Yeah. So yeah, she's been fucking wheeling around and hobbling around. But with that being said, her food truck is new, so we can't really, for promotional purposes, shut it down for weeks on end while she rests, which leaves me to live my fucking best John Favreau chef movie life.
Oh my god, did you just reference that weird,
I
obscure
did.
John Favreau food truck movie?
That's
I
a
love that
great
you did.
movie.
It is a
I
good
actually
movie.
like that movie.
Like,
I
you
actually
should, no,
really
no.
like that movie.
Seriously, audience, I'm not joking. It's actually a really good movie. So
Yeah.
There's a
it's
documentary
so-
based on it.
On that movie. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your
So-
wife
so-
blew out her
yeah, so she-
fucking
so-
MCL.
Yeah, so she blows out her MCL. Take it to the OR.
I'm
We
sorry. You
kinda-
just say wife and blow that many times, you're gonna get a bell.
I wish there was bell worthy.
I didn't say she blew his MCL.
I know. I just heard
Right,
blow
right.
that many times, and I
Okay.
had to.
So basically, that leaves me to work from. I get up at 7, get to the truck by 8, open at 8:30, and I work from essentially 8 o'clock in the morning until 10
Motherfucker,
o'clock
you
at
working
night.
2 jobs?
Yeah, no, homie, I still got to tattoo people. So
No, I
yeah,
know. That's
get-
what I'm saying. You should have people come to the fucking taco truck to tattoo.
flipping fucking biscuits with one hand and tattooing with the other.
You want a taco
So-
or a tattoo, motherfucker?
Oh yeah, man. So
Well,
it's been
that
fucking hell,
inspired
guys.
you.
Yeah, so that inspired me because I was thinking like, because I asked her, I'm like, okay, take me through how you did this, and she said, all right. So I was in the shower. I was like, okay, as people do, and she said, I was just standing there, and then I raised my leg, you know what I'm saying, to shave, and then my foot went one way, my body went the other way, and collapsed on top of it, and that was it. That was like,
Oh, fuck.
So-
Okay, so let's
so I
go
told-
back to the.
hold on.
Okay, go.
Hold on. So I said, wait a minute. Let me get this picture of. So I now got this visual of my naked wife, like reaching down to start, like, lathering herself up and starting to get to shaving. And she goes right before she leans down to go shave, and you know what I'm saying? she folds over like a lawn chair onto herself.
Oh
right?
my god.
So she calls me frantic, saying like, I think I just blew out my knee, blah, blah, blah. You need to come back home. I was like, well, I need to drop the kids off and then come back home. So I come back home, take it to the ER. And as I was sitting in the ER, I started chuckling a little bit. And
Was
said,
she able to
"Why-"
get out of the shower? Or was she still
She
naked
wa-
in the shower, kind of
She
just
was-
like fucking help me?
No, she got herself out of it. She got
Okay.
herself. Well, she rinsed herself off, rinsed the shampoo off her hair, and did all that shit. Dried herself up, got herself dressed, drug herself downstairs, which is
Oh,
just not.
Jesus.
Yeah, just
Oh,
not
yeah.
not a good idea because it's
Yeah.
not supported and blown.
No.
So I had the
Going
presence of
down
mind-
on a fucked up knee is harder than going up. Just
Yes,
like
Yeah, 'cause
everybody
you gotta-
should know. Going
Yeah,
up
you
is
gotta
one thing.
balance it.
Going down is
Yeah.
much harder on a fucked up knee.
So I had the presence of mind to like stop off at Walmart and get one of those hinge braces. You know what I'm saying? So like at least it
Yeah.
wouldn't be mobile
Yep.
sideways because that's what she tore.
That's what we do as
So-
husbands.
So yeah, so she's like, what is that? I'm like, a brace? And she's like, what's the brace for? I'm like,
Your fucking knee.
I'm all, the brace is for my emotional support. What the fuck do you think the brace is for? So, we put
I
the
don't know.
brace-
Just wrap it around a turkey and cook it. I don't fucking. I just figured it.
You can't do a Cuban lechon? You can't do like a Cuban slow pork with this brace?
Right,
Is that what
right.
you're telling me? So anyways, so I put the shit on her. We took it to the hospital. So as we're waiting in the hospital for 3.5 hours, as one does in the ER,
Oh, yeah, of
or
course.
longer.
Right.
Right. I start chuckling. So my wife looks at me and goes, "Why are you chuckling?" And I was like, "Well, first of all, this is a fucked up ass situation, so all you can do is laugh." But this reminds me of
But
this
also-
one time. But this reminds me of this one time when I was getting ready to go to the dentist's office, and I had the slowest Benny Hill fall in human history. And she said, right. So she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, what the fuck do you mean? I was like, all right, let me explain this to you. So just like you, I was in the shower minding my own business, right? And I dropped the shampoo bottle. Not Matt in prison style dropped the shampoo bottle, but just dropped the shampoo bottle, right? So
Right.
So
yeah, you weren't looking for some action.
No. This was not purposely done so Bubba Bubba and I can have fun. All right. So I dropped that motherfucker, the motherfucker splats, and I didn't see how much of it got out. So I reached down to pick it up, and as I come back up quickly, and start rinsing off my hair. Quickly. That's what I'm talking about. No.
There you go.
Thank you. All right. So I start fucking rinsing, and I fucking slipped, and one of my foot slips on the shampoo in the bottom of the fucking tub. Okay, go with me on this. So my right foot rocks forward, but my left foot is planted. So I'm like, oh, I got this. I'm like, I got this. So I reach up and I grab the bar that holds the curtain. Well, it's not attached. It's one of those press ones.
Oh yeah, no, those are not weight bearing at all.
Pressure fit bar.
No,
yeah, that ain't gonna hold nothing. Especially your big ass.
No, there's no chance.
Your shit needs to be anchored into fucking beams.
So I grab that motherfucker and immediately I'm like, ooh, and I commit to using that bitch to support me. So as I'm hoisting my body up with that, right, and yanking, and boom, it gives up. So
now you're in a sword fight in the shower.
Right. So now I'm holding.
Where's the bell?
And I don't want this thing. I don't want this thing to fucking smash the mirror. So now I'm trying to balance like cat in the hat style. I'm trying to balance with one fucking foot. You know what I'm saying? Like I got fucking shampoo in my hair, covering my fucking eyes and starting to burn. I got the fucking long ass rod of the curtains in the other hand, and I'm going down. I'm going down. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I'm going down. And there's no hope. I got shampoo all over me. I'm fucking slick as all hell. Shit is happening. So I start to fucking like commit to the I start to commit to the fall. I start to commit to the fall, and as I commit to the fall, my knee hits the fucking side of the bathtub. I go down onto my knees.
Attaboy.
Hit both of my knees, rock forward.
Oh,
and fucking face plant on the curtain rod, right?
Yeah, for the guy who has already had teeth problems, face planting.
Yo, listen. But the thing is, it was not fast. It was like, and then they got the.
Did you hear that Scooby Doo? Scooby Doo sound effect when they were trying to get
100%. So I'm telling Jules a story. Jules is chuckling, and I'm just like, man, like I can't think in top of my head how many times I've hurt myself doing some stupid ass shit. And then I said, you know what? I'm gonna talk to the guys.
And he did, and here we are.
And we need to tell some stories about some of the dumbest shit that
well, to be fair, you know some of the dumbest shit we've done to get injured. And because we've done it together.
Yeah.
The motherfucker on this podcast who literally is unfairly advantaged in the I've done shit to hurt myself is Matt.
This is true. Yeah.
Like when you told us this story about Jules in the shower, like Matt literally sent you recommendations for those little fucking rubber decals.
Try these. This is what I have.
But no joke.
They were great.
Like what's funny is like Marco and Matt know this. Chuck didn't know me then, but Marco and Matt have been there. My grandparents' house, like they had a pink bathroom. The tile was pink, the tub was pink, everything was pink. Marco remembers.
It was
the whole bathroom.
Yes. Yeah. It was
mauve. Yeah, mauve.
It was, it was pink, mauve, whatever. But they had little like fucking sticker butterflies and like
you want to know how I know you
because you know the word mauve.
Because you know pink and mauve.
And so no joke, Matt in his apartment that he had when we first started all of our podcasting way back in the day, he no shit legit had these fucking decals on his shower tub floor because this motherfucker can't stand up straight in a shower, period.
No, I have prior.
When water hits his feet, he falls. Period. End of story. So that kind of spawned this whole idea of like, what's the dumbest fucking shit you've ever? So we put a poll out before we discuss our own dumb.
How big was the pole?
All right, so you guys ready for this? I'm gonna start with some shorties.
Yeah.
Go.
Unoriginal Doodler. He said, playing around with my pops, bobtail playing tag, and I crouched and ran under the truck and I scraped my entire back on the axle.
Oh, I feel that. I can feel that. I can see
Yeah,
that happening.
Damn.
Yeah.
I can feel
Oh,
that.
I can feel all when you just
Oh.
underestimate how low you've gotten, and then you
Yep.
get that scratch, and then your shirt sticks to your back, and you realize you're bleeding, and fuck.
Or when you run around the back of someone's pickup truck that you aren't familiar with and you don't know they have a big ass fucking ball
big
hitch
ass
just
fuck-
yep, right in the shin.
Smokes your
Oh.
shins.
No, there's no bink.
Fuck.
That shit, it like
What's
we
a
say
thud?
bink, but that
Yeah.
shit is like that's a bink to your soul. I
Yeah.
swear to God, your shin is directly connected to your soul by a nerve.
Yes.
I don't know what nerve it is, but god damn it.
100%.
Your shin and your coccyx.
100%.
So Matt 37 said, I punched a window because they don't get hurt in the movies. Now I
This is
have a
true.
scar and a picture to prove it.
Oh my god. That shit's sugar glass, dude.
Right?
It's not no double
man.
shit.
So that was a couple of quick ones. I thought I would share. Let's see. Cameron. I'll leave it at that. He said, back in high school, I used to go to church to impress a girl. Well, who doesn't, right? Like, I mean,
Me.
there's some pretty girls at church. And
Oh,
let's
oh,
face
yeah.
it, with church girls, if you don't go to church, you ain't getting them.
Right.
Like, that's it. Like,
And they're
right,
and
wrong,
they're-
or indifferent. If you don't go to
Yeah.
church, you ain't getting a church girl.
and them church
Right, that's
girls
fair.
don't think you got to put a lot of work into that.
So
They're ready to go.
he
Just saying.
said, back in high school, I used to go out to church to impress a girl. We were outside playing soccer. So I thought I was agile and I tried to rainbow the ball.
Oh, motherfucking
okay.
Pele
Yeah,
motherfucker
yeah.
over here. All
There you
right.
go.
Right. He's
Yeah.
trying to- and let's face it, Matt, I know what you're saying. I know, I get you. Like you were like, I'm gonna rainbow this ball. I've done it 1,000 times. Why not now?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his foot landed on top of the ball and rolled off and broke 3 bones.
Oh,
in the
fuck.
process.
Oh, fucking hell.
But wait, I need some closure, I need some follow-up. Was there
Yeah,
like
you got to write us back. Did you
what-
hook up?
not even that, but did she like come and like
Did you
come not that way, but did she did she do the whole like what is it, Florence Nightingale syndrome, and then
Right.
like
Did
kind
she
of
get
take
like
care
did
of
she
you
get all,
and, like,
oh my god, you poor baby? Because like if you plan
Yeah.
that shit or if that was
He never
accidental,
saw
fucking
her
good on you.
again.
But he never saw
He,
her.
he
I'm
never.
sure.
This is real
Mark
life.
was correct.
He's real life. He never saw her again. She's like,
She was
what
like,
a fucking
That
idiot. He
motherfucker
deserved
couldn't
it.
rainbow a
That's it.
ball. I ain't even
Yep.
interested.
Listen, if this was back in my country, you know what I'm saying? That's immediate grounds for being fucking being put down like a Spartan kid. Like, you know, it's like a
Right,
Spartan
right.
kid. You
Just
know what
throw
I'm
you
saying?
over the fucking
Oh.
cliff.
Oh, you can't play football? No football? Nah, out.
Done.
You're done. That's it.
Oh,
Marco
shit.
faked it really well to survive. Really, is what we're saying.
Fuck yeah, I did. I played goalie, you know what I'm saying? Because my big ass was cover half the net.
So Eric sent us a message. He says, injury to myself. I accidentally, quote, Marco bounce house kicked.
nice fucking callback on that.
He
Funny.
says, I kicked a
Oh,
bar
God.
stool
Yeah.
barefoot.
Oh,
Fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme over here.
Oh, Jean-Claude
Yeah.
Van Damme it.
I accidentally now, boy, if you're trying to tell us you accidentally kicked a bar stool barefoot, you're already full of shit. What
I hope
happened
you said
was
Roadhouse. when you did
Wait,
it.
who is
What?
this?
Roadhouse.
this
who
is
is this?
Eric. So
Wait, is this
I
our
have-
freaking? Is this our Marine buddy?
I don't want to
I'll
say
hop
any
on there and see. Yeah,
So Eric,
I think it is.
Yeah. So Eric says, you know, he first of all, bro, if you don't accidentally kick anything. Like unless it's the cat when he's standing next to you and you're trying to push like no. Motherfucker, you and I both know you got mad. You lost your temper. You kicked that fucking bar stool with your bare ass foot without thinking.
Or hey,
Guess what?
in his
I've done it too.
defense, in his defense, sometimes I walk recklessly and I'm not aware of where my foot is flying out from my body.
I love that about you. I'm
I've broken
totally
my
using
toe
that
so
for
many
the
times.
rest of your life. Matt
wait.
walks recklessly.
Walk recklessly.
I'm just
not always
picturing
aware.
Matt, I'm just picturing Matt like an angry duck. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
picturing, like, this
Quack,
fucking
quack,
duck.
quack. Cheese feet,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
with his fucking little fucking flipper
Hey,
ass legs
I
kicking
know.
out sideways. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking like living his
Since-
fucking mean life. You know, his best
Right.
mean life.
Since we moved into this place, my wife and I,
Yeah.
since we moved into this place,
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
had the table in the living room or in the den, the exact same fucking spot. I cannot tell you how many times I've kicked the shit out of that thing just getting up or going to the couch. It has not moved. I'm well aware of where it is. And
So,
sometimes
I'm
it doesn't
pretty
happen.
sure
and
when you're not paying attention, your limbs grow an inch.
they just
And they just like when you're not paying attention, they expand by about an inch until you hit something
Yeah.
and then they retract.
I
Like
think-
there's
I
no
think-
fucking way anybody can hit as much shit as you hit without their
Especially with
limbs
my
growing
fucking-
without their knowledge.
I think my
That's what
big
happens when you
toe.
take Cialis.
Yeah, I think my big toes are just really curious. They're like, hey, what's over here? Oh no, let's not do that.
Right. So he says, I kicked a bar stool barefoot yesterday. The results look remarkably the same as Marco. So lessons learned.
Mm-mm.
Always wear protection when kicking things accidentally.
Oh wait, but he said kick.
Yeah.
He told on himself.
He gets
He
it.
By the
told
way-
himself, yeah.
He gets it.
By the way, I still have no feeling in that toe. I'm not
I don't doubt it.
Yeah,
I'm
That
not
shit
fucking
takes a
around. I
while.
have
Nerves
takes
are
a while
a
to
no
grow back.
bitch.
I have
Could
no
take like a year.
sensation in that toe.
dude.
Okay,
the
so-
whole top of my bad foot is fucking
Yeah.
numb, and the
Yeah.
doctor's like, "That's you're just gonna have to deal with that. That's just how
Welcome
it's gonna
to
be."
life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I have
You know-
sciatic nerve problems that I got from retirement. Like occasionally my entire side of my left calf, like the entire outside, I'll just poke it and nothing. Like I went to the dentist.
Yeah,
Just that's what it is.
T, you know that I still don't have sensation on the right side of my head from the shit with my tooth when in high school.
Yeah. So we should
To
get
the-
into
to this
that.
day.
But yeah, we should get into because you've got some good okay. So truth be told, we are all gonna admit I'm my wife, I already told her I'm gonna admit stories that she told me about some fucking shit that she did. I'm gonna admit to some dumb fucking shit that I did. We're gonna have some fun times with some dumb shit. James tells us, okay, so and I'm literally quoting, okay, so injury time. I was still in the army at the time, and we were on the piss at the end of a course.
Oh, I know
Me
who this
being-
is.
Yeah, I know
Just
you do.
by that
Yeah.
slang right there.
Right on the piss at the end of a course. You want to clue the non included listeners into the piss at the end of a course?
That's well on the piss is just you're taking a piss. You're drunk.
Right.
You're drunk, and you're
Right.
from Australia. If you
Correct.
say
Okay.
that.
On the piss at the end of a course means he's fucked up after drinking.
Hmm.
Okay. Me being me. I love that excuse, by the way. Me being
Yeah.
me,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
full of courage, get up on stage and start doing the chicken dance.
Hell yeah, brother.
What I couldn't see through my drunken shenanigans was that the stage was in 4 quarters and was currently moving apart.
Oh fuck.
I took a step forward, and as it turns out, the stage had moved. I missed the other part of the stage and skinned my shins as I went down, but I didn't spill my beer. I was faced
Attaboy.
with the yeah, that's right, baby. I was faced with the edge of the stage where I'd left skin and hair from my legs.
Oof.
I pushed on the rest of the night and woke up the next morning in bed with the sheets stuck to my legs where they had been bleeding.
Oh.
That's the
I had
worst.
to rip the sheets off and get back
Okay.
to work. I still have the scars to this day to remind me of how dangerous the chicken dance can be.
It's a bitch.
So those are the ones we got in time for the show. I'll. Do you want me to go first with one of my dumbest fucking injuries? Or you want me to dime my wife off because she gave me some stories I can dime her.
I think you should dime her out first. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so this bitch.
I mean, ladies first.
Oh my God.
Now, granted, boys, get you a wife like my wife, because my wife, if you fucking tell her she can't do it, that bitch will be like, "Oh yeah, watch this.
Yeah.
Get you a
She's
bitch.
like
my
a,
wife.
she's like a female me.
Yeah, right. Which made ew. Is that why I
Oh.
married her? I don't want to talk about it.
It's a bell regardless. It's a cautionary.
So my wife, as a kid, I swear to God, she's living in this like 1-story trailer on this property, and she gets this idea from Mary Poppins that you could jump off the roof of the house with umbrellas and survive and be good.
Brilliant.
Oh wow.
Okay. So
Marco.
she fucking finds a way to climb on the top of her house, right? With an umbrella. And to my understanding, just jumps right off. And the umbrella completely inverts and she hits the fucking pavement hard. Right. She lets out a whimper. Her mom comes out. I was like, what did you do? She's like, I tried the umbrella. And she explains. Mom's like, you can't do that. She's like, okay. Everything's fine. 5 minutes later.
5 minutes later.
5 minutes later, my wife decides that it was clearly the umbrella's fault, and decides
Need a better
that
umbrella.
if she just
Clearly.
swaps out umbrellas for the plastic grocery bags
Oh.
and jumps off the roof holding 2 plastic grocery bags in either hand, they will inflate and act as parachutes.
Oh my God.
Needless to say, her mother, who was doing dishes at this time, sees this blonde blur just whoosh right past the kitchen window.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
5 minutes after she jumped off with the umbrella.
Oh my God, I'm fucking dying here.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my god, that's amazing.
Oh,
Now-
shit.
That's not to be now. Mine is a little mine's a little more. So you guys go. Mine's a little more in depth.
Okay. I have a quickie one. The first one that
okay.
comes to mind that happened when I was living out in the great state of Arizona. Post incarceration, I was rooming with a couple of guys, and we were renting this house, and it was a 2-story house, and had people over and drinking and shenanigans and whatnot, and decided that we were going to grab one of our snowboards and just snowboard down the stairs inside. And we were being responsible, and we had taken the cushions off of the couch and put it kind of towards the bottom, because the stairs just went down. There's a little hallway with a wall, so there was like, you had to like almost fall on purpose to the right and kick your feet out so you wouldn't.
Right.
We didn't want to fuck up the wall, so we had some cushions
Right.
there and everything.
No,
And we're
we're
doing
doing
this-
trouble.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're
Yeah,
doing
right.
we're doing this
We're
for
trying
like
to be
an
safe
hour,
about this.
right? An hour, nothing. We're eating shit, wiping out. Towards the end of the night, I'm like, all right, one last run, and I run up the stairs with the snowboard. I fell upstairs and broke and hyperextended my thumb. My thumb basically just went back and just like touched my fucking forearm.
Oh,
I
Ooh.
fell upstairs. I didn't fall downstairs. I
Right.
fell.
and
up-
let's face
upstairs.
it, you're the only person I know who could fall upstairs.
I fell upstairs, and yeah, did just totally fucked up my. It's still kind of wonky, but yeah. I mean,
Nice.
as you know, I have a plethora of stories, but that one just popped in my head for some reason.
Well,
Awesome.
I mean, we all have, like, Chuck, I'm sure, and I know Marco, like, you talked about being numb still to this day. Like, we have all fucked ourselves up
Oh
being dumb shit little kids.
Yeah.
The
I'll set myself on
worst.
fire.
The worst full.
Wait, whoa, let's back
Wait,
up. Let's not just gloss over that whole fucking thing. Like, that just didn't happen. All right, Chuck's up next.
Yeah.
So I have two. Not to set myself on fire. I can talk about that. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's a
all
little
the
bit longer.
firefighters listening. You had a screaming alpha right here.
I got two quick ones though. I've got the vomit or the sex.
Wait, I want to hear you
Uh,
talk about vomit, because I think that would be entertaining, because you
Because
can't
you
hardly
can't
listen
talk about vomit without, like, right.
without.
All right, so real quick, it was Super Bowl Sunday. Rams
This
versus
Super Bowl
Bengals.
Sunday?
Yeah, Rams versus Bengals. Decide. I'm gonna have a couple.
By the way, let's back up, because in the last 5 minutes before we hit joke time, we're talking about that motherfucker. Okay. We're talking about the Super Bowl. I'm just saying we have to. If the show goes long,
Okay.
fuck those people. Go ahead, Chuck.
all right. So And if you guys want to hear the fire
wow.
story later,
Yeah,
you guys can hear it. But this one's quick. So Rams versus Bengals. I decided to have a couple whiskey smashes with Piggyback Whistle Pig, 6-year rye, and so it was pretty good. So I had a few of those, but I can't really drink too much because of the coughing that I have from the ice cold stuff. So I only had about 3 or 4. And then so it's the end of the night, and I'm like, I'm hungry. I really haven't eaten too much. So I decide I made some homemade salsa, and I look. There's no more chips, but there's a new bag. So I open the bag and I proceed to kill the rest of the salsa and half the bag of chips. And then I'm like, I feel good. I'm full now. So go upstairs, and I'm coughing a little bit. So I go get my prescription cough medicine, not even thinking that I've had too much to eat, a little bit too much to drink. So I decide to take a double dose of promethazine cough syrup.
Attaboy.
So I do that. And I sit down and I have my other glass of nighttime whiskey by my bed. You know, some people have milk. I like whiskey. And I sit down and I'm like, all right, well, I throw in a nicotine pouch because I'm trying to quit dipping. And I'm sitting there about 5 minutes into a show. I look at my wife and I go, I'm going to puke. And she goes, what? And I was like, I'm going to fucking puke. And she goes, why? I was like, I don't know. I feel like all the food's coming out of my throat. She's like, well, you did kill all of the salsa and all half a bag of chips. And I was like, she's like, you going to puke? I was like, I don't know. She's like, if you have to puke, go puke. So I'm like, I can make it like a fucking tough man, right? Make it about a minute and a half, pause it, and I'm like, I'll be right back. I hobble my ass because my knee's all fucked, go to the bathroom, can't get down on the ground, and I proceed to vomit. I vomit so fucking hard, I blow out my fucking hernia, and I'm like, oh fuck. And then I keep vomiting.
Oh shit.
And as I'm vomiting, I start noticing, and then, by the way, it's salsa, so it's red, and I start noticing deeper red, and I'm like, what the fuck? And every time I vomit, I see sprays of red, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, not salsa red, but like
like the dark
I was
red,
bleeding,
like grape juice kind of red.
I vomited so hard I busted the capillaries in my nose, and I was
my
spraying blood out of my fucking nose every time I vomited.
So my buddy,
Damn.
same buddy I discussed, let's call him Deputy. Whenever he pukes, the capillaries in his eyes rupture every fucking time.
Oh my god.
So he
I've
looks
seen it
like
before.
28 days later every fucking time he throws up. Every time. That
Second
motherfucker
story,
can't get away with hangover. All right, go ahead.
sex.
Oh no.
Getting down,
Mm.
getting a little bit great.
Mm.
I get a little bit too anxious at the end of climax, right? I grip
Anxious at the end of things.
something
Yeah.
so
Anxious?
fucking
I've never
hard.
been anxious before I climax, just for the record.
Well, it was good. So I grip something so fucking hard, I bust all of the fucking blood vessels in my fucking hand. Finish, then go, my hand hurts. Next day, hand's frozen solid. And then I have to proceed to tell family members how I injured my hand.
What did
lie.
you?
Come,
What did
You
you
lied.
grab?
You lied.
Yeah.
Well, what did you? First
You
of all, what did
lied.
you grab that hard?
What did you grab? And is she okay?
Well, there's that.
no, I
Right.
grabbed a piece of fucking like. I
Do you
don't
still have a penis?
furniture. Yeah, I grabbed my
Like,
furniture.
did you rip your own penis off?
No,
No, it
I
was
could have broken
inside.
some
God.
furniture. Like,
Yeah.
it was.
Damn.
I fucked my hand up so bad I couldn't lift anything with it, and people are like, "Oh my god, what happened to your hand?" So I have to fabricate a
I
fucking
came
story
too hard.
because I can't tell them the truth.
I mean, that's the answer.
That's
What
what
happened to your
I'm
hand?
doing.
I came too
Okay,
hard.
And
And
everybody
let me
was
tell you,
asking
Chuck,
me because I couldn't.
That's
hold
the
anything.
only answer. If you want to be a baller, you tell people, I fucking came too hard. What the fuck? You come as hard as I do? Thing is fucked up.
I ain't fucking around.
It happens.
bro.
I ain't fucking around. I come with
It
the
was funny.
thunder.
I was like, "God damn."
You come with that. So you come with something.
Jesus Christ.
Oh
Ah.
man.
I could
Okay,
already
so
hear
I'll tell you-
I could already hear my wife after this one. There were a lot of bells tonight. What was going on?
Oh, there were a lot of bells tonight. What were, like that sweet accent she has where she's like, you guys are so stupid, but I love it. It's okay. Have fun.
She's not from South America.
I'm just doing a generic accent.
Oh, okay.
because I don't want to tell anybody like anything. I'm just she's so sweet and she's like got such a nice like honestly, bro, what made me like I liked your wife, but what made me fall in love with her was her reaction to Drunk Star Wars. Like the way she handled it was like,
Yeah.
fuck. Now I get why you married her. Like
Right?
fucking legit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mhm.
well, so this one isn't really very funny, but like it just goes to show that like you can survive shit.
Well, we'll be the judge of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys kind of know this story, right? So we
Okay,
went
wait,
on
hold on. I'm sorry. Who has the goddamn rattle? What is that noise? It's driving me fucking nuts.
It's not me. It's probably Chuck.
That's not me. I
There's
have my
something-
hands
it-
crossed.
It sounds like,
Like somebody's got a maraca.
yeah, like a little rattle or something. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Everybody
Anyway,
listening.
not me.
Did anybody else hear it, or is it just me?
Yes.
I know I
yes.
heard it. I just didn't say
Okay,
anything.
yeah.
Wait.
Pull up the Morocco.
Oh,
That
It's
what?
Marco's
Oh,
beard.
it's on your
it's
beard.
Marco's beard.
Okay.
Okay, Marco had to
Oh.
switch to his headset
Yeah,
microphone,
I had
and
to switch
Okay,
to my backup.
yeah,
and-
okay,
okay, so I'll make sure I gangster lean
He's
this.
I,
gonna-
I
gangster
couldn't
lean.
understand what that was like. What the
oh my god,
fuck is that
Speaking of
noise?
gangster lean, we have to talk about the Super Bowl again. But
Yes.
when I was a kid,
I know.
we went on a family vacation, and I swear to Christ, because I was like 3.5 years old, all the older kids, and when I say older kids, I mean they were like 8. You know, we had this big like barbecue. They dug out a pit. It was a church barbecue. It was like I remember all the kids went out and picked blackberries in the blackberry fields, and then all the parents were cooking food.
Whoa. Why they got to be blackberries?
I don't know, because they didn't plant raspberries.
Purple berries.
Because all the blueberries were already picked.
Right,
We
exactly.
We just call them berries.
We just call them berries. They're berries of color.
Dark,
Oh,
they're dark
Jesus
berries.
Christ, like
They're dark
that's
berries.
worse.
No, right? Like blackberries is
Yeah, but
fine,
it's
but
awful.
berries of color seems awful.
It does seem awful.
But
Okay, anyway.
So we went out into
Mhm.
the field. We were doing that, all that stuff. So then finally, as we're going to the end, all the older kids start taking the trash and throwing it into the fire pit to burn it up and destroy it. Like it was a church barbecue, throw the plates in the fire, and then they burn up, and you have to take trash cans, blah, blah. Well, I'm 4, maybe 3.5, and I'm like, oh, these fucking kids are setting shit on fire. This is awesome.
Oh god.
So my dumbass runs up to the table where the brand new plates are.
Because
Wait,
you
let's
wanted to
just-
help out.
I'm like, fuck yeah, let's set shit on fire. Like, can I set shit on fire under the guise of helping? Yes.
Kids like to set shit on fire.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
yeah, they
God.
do.
Yeah, including themselves.
In this case, it's true. So I grabbed the paper plates and I go running towards the fire pit, being the key phrase of this story. And it was a slight gentle slope. And I have no idea if it was a giant boulder or if it's just my dumbass feet, but I tripped and I went airborne, and I literally flew and landed smack fucking dab
Oh.
into this dugout fire pit of white hot coals.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit.
And I put my right hand, like to try and stop me, I put my right hand straight into the fire, and I put my left hand, my left hand didn't make it out, and my face just barely touched the coals long enough to burn my forehead, my nose, my chin, and both my
Ooh.
cheeks in like a perfect cross, and then just fuck my right hand.
That's like a
Oh,
stigmata.
Like bad, right?
The church camp.
And there was, you're right.
Christ
So
compels
there's a guy standing there. He grabs me out of the fire, and he literally like 3-point tosses me into an ice chest.
Maybe.
And at that point in the barbecue, the sodas are all gone. And you know, when like the ice chest has like ice and
Yeah.
water, and it's like a
Yeah,
nice
yeah,
ice
yeah.
bath. So that's what he fucking 3 points me into. And so then they grab me out of it and they throw me in the car with my mom. They throw me on my mom's lap. They grab all these ice packs. They throw all these ice packs on me. And my mom is freaked. And literally, guys, I'm 4 years old, but to this day, I can actually, this is probably my first real memory.
What a life.
Right. And my mom is going, oh my God. And I'm like, I can't see. You guys, I can't see. Like, I'm telling my mother, I can't see. And my mother is screaming to this day. She's like, oh my God, my baby is blind, because my face went into the fire. And I told her later, I'm like, no, you had bags of ice on me and I couldn't see. And I was very frustrated because I wanted to know what was happening. Long story short, 6 months later, they expected my hand to be webbed, my fingers to be webbed. I had a really good doctor. They individually wrapped all my fingers. I had to have all the dead fucking skin peeled off my hands every day for a week. It was an awful experience for a 4-year-old to go through. But if you look at this hand right now on YouTube, there's no scars. My fingers aren't webbed. So I God bless whoever that doctor was, because I will never. Hey, if you listen to this podcast and you treated a 4-year-old who fell into a fire pit and you want to reach out to me and say, that was me, cool. Because I have no idea who it was and I have no idea who to thank. But my fingers almost got stuck together because I stuck my fucking face and hand into white hot coals. Yeah.
And that would have sucked, because when you were learning to swim, you would have just gone in fucking circles, because you would have had one web
Shit, I'd had a flipper.
and one.
That reminds me of when I torched myself.
Well, right. You've told that story. You fucking set yourself on fire. We've all, like, Marco, you fucked yourself up plenty.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Remember the worst ball shot that I've ever taken was jumping off. Remember when we used to live together in that apartment building?
Which one?
And
You
the
and Matt?
one off. No. Me and you. Me and you, Thomas.
Yeah.
lived
The one by our high school.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if you remember that overhang, if you ran on that overhang covering,
Yes.
you could jump onto the pool.
Right.
But you had to commit. Like,
Right.
it was one of those situations where if you
The overhang was a good couple feet
oh yeah,
before the edge of the pool.
right. So you could fuck yourself up. So I remember a couple of the neighborhood girls were there, and a couple of the younger kids were around, and you and I were on the roof. Like, oh, we're gonna go for it. Like, you were always smaller than I was. So you took off running fast, jumped, and made it. I was like, well, if that motherfucker can make it, so can I. So
Yeah.
I fucking commit to the run. I go hit
At
the run.
14, you don't identify with weight.
No, and I fucking take off running. I hit the flying squirrel in the fucking in the air. Arms are spread out, legs are all spread out, and that's when I learned that when you jump into a pool and you belly flop, don't have your legs open because you're gonna slap your fucking balls.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was the worst nut shot I've ever taken in my life. Was that fucking slap?
Dude, the
that,
worst nut shot I've ever
yeah.
taken was very similar. I jumped off a 40-foot cliff on the Red River Canyon, Copper Canyon on the Colorado River. And right like 5 feet before landing, my legs spread about 3 to 4 inches apart
all it
because I didn't
takes.
have my
Just
ankles
enough.
crossed.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I got my balls like fucking slapping concrete, and I got an enema. And I was like afraid to get out of the water because I didn't know what I was trailing behind me.
Sure, yeah.
But I knew I had to get
Yeah.
out of the water because some
Yep.
shit was fucked up. Oh my God.
God damn.
Well, those are our injury stories. Now let's finish off before we get to Big Joke Energy and talk about the shit show bowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boys,
What
let's
the
face
fuck?
it. I'm gonna say this right now. If you can have an event like that, there is no pandemic.
None. No.
No.
Zero.
No.
Yeah, for
Unmask
sure.
our children.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Because
Like,
here's the
we're
deal.
done. We're
They-
over. It's gone.
What we saw, everybody's watching Super Bowl. I was deliberately looking. I counted like I think I saw 3 masks on people, and they were like people that were either working production or on the sideline and had
Like,
like
worried
actually,
about their job.
actually wearing a mask. Yeah, because you were supposed to.
Right.
To get into the Super Bowl,
Right.
you had
They
to have
gave everyone who entered the stadium a mask and told them
Yes.
they were required.
you had to wear it unless you're actively drinking or eating.
So
Which,
if
look-
70,000 people did not come down with COVID as a result of the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
There's no
go
pandemic.
fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these are all and a lot of the same assholes that were saying, and I posted the thing with the Charlize Theron.
Oh God.
Don't be an ass, wear a mask. And then she's just living it up with not even a mask in your hand around your chin, like just nowhere to be seen.
Right.
There was no intention of ever wearing one, which I agree with, but you're also
Yes.
the same assholes that were saying that, shame on you
Right.
little people, you're prolonging this and just do it, just comply.
Right.
Yeah,
It's the
and then
hypocrisy,
Monday,
not
and
the
then
mask.
right, and then Monday, all those
Right,
kids
right,
that
right.
had to wear a fucking mask at school
Yeah.
and at recess while they're outside
Ugh.
or
I've
face
gotten a
you know,
nasty letter from my kid's school regarding masks, and I'm like, shut the fuck up.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, seriously, you guys, I'm here it is. Ready?
Go.
I am going to say it. Joe Rogan
Cancel.
may not say it. Fucking cancel me. I've already been canceled once this week. Let's do it again. There is no more pandemic. That's it.
no,
We're done. It's over.
there hasn't been for a while actually, and it's
So I
just,
mean, we
yeah.
all know on this podcast, we've all felt like that.
right,
But here is the objective proof. It is the Super Bowl, not the pandemic bowl. It is the Super Bowl, not the super spreader. It's the Super Bowl, not the super Omicron. If you can fucking have a football game like that, where literally a week later, we are seeing zero rise, fall effects. Nobody gives a shit. Like, okay, we had the Super Bowl and nobody cares. The cases didn't rise, they didn't fall. Like, we're done.
yeah,
we're done.
we're done.
Oh yeah.
Especially in California, where they were like, "Oh, fuck you, this is all terrible." Like,
Yeah.
No,
Well,
we're
and
fucking done.
as of today, as of the day of recording this, it's February 15th, and the state lifted the mask mandate, but it's still up to individual
but still counties, right?
Counties can enforce it. So I think LA County and whatever county fucking shitty ass Frisco falls into, it's just there's a handful of counties that are like, no, we're going to keep it. So just
Right.
just north of me in Ventura County is like, nope, we're done. Orange
Yeah.
County has been saying fuck this for a while.
Because it's
Um,
politics.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to,
Yeah.
you know, you
Well,
have to
Orange
admit that you were
County-
wrong.
Orange County's also got that, the Disney money. So they're just like,
Yeah.
how about we get rid of this whole
They ain't
mask
sure.
thing and
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can make more money by having more guests here.
Oh fuck
Right.
me. Ooh.
What?
Sorry.
Right now? Like, we're on the
Like-
show.
like-
I
Sorry.
We can try to.
Oh, sorry.
So you know what, you guys, like, seriously, okay, this is another thing we didn't talk about. God bless the Canadian truckers.
Yes.
Yeah.
God bless them.
Yes.
Trudeau, what a
And-
fucking puss.
And the
goddamn.
people that are fucking showing up with jerry cans of diesel to
Yep.
fill the truckers, because there's videos I've seen of these asshole motherfuckers and some of the cops too that are taking firewood, taking gas cans from these truckers. Like, it's
Mhm.
fucking
Yeah.
cold up there. Like, you'll literally fucking die. You will freeze to death overnight.
So they made it illegal to bring gas
No, it's
to the truckers.
No, it's illegal.
It's
to
illegal to
walk-
walk the streets with a can
With-
of gas,
Yeah,
right?
with
And that was the way they tried to prevent people from bringing gas to the truckers, was
right.
to make it illegal to carry a can of gas through the streets. So these motherfuckers,
God forbid somebody
Again.
actually run out of gas.
Right?
right, you're fucked.
Oh,
You're fucked.
shit. fuck
Can
those
you
people.
imagine?
Right? These motherfuckers literally went and got thousands of gas cans and filled them up with random shit, and then walked into town swinging them like fucking suitcases from a toddler escaping an orphanage.
Yep.
And
And
we're
some of them
like-
were empty. They were just like
Right.
being two together.
And they're like-
bing, bing,
Like, they're
drums,
literally telling the government of Canada, fuck you, you can't tell if I got gas in it or not, so I dare you to stop me and charge me.
right.
Right.
And now, most recently, Trudeau enacted the emergency power, which is basically martial law, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Martial law.
Enacts
Yes.
martial law.
Yeah.
And he starts talking about freezing bank accounts
Yep.
for people that are providing financial support via crypto and or online currency like PayPal and shit to these truckers. And then right after he does all that shit, the fucking provinces fucking cave. And they're like, okay, well, we're gonna cave on these mandates. Guess what, motherfuckers? There's a convoy on its way to Canberra, and there's a convoy that's about to start on its way to Washington. So
There's
Fuck
one
you
in
guys.
Israel. There's one in fucking
shit.
Israel that just
Right?
A
kicked off.
convoy?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
like you
This
fucking
shit-
Canadian truckers are fucking my heroes.
The idea of these freedom convoys is literally spreading far faster and wider than
Yes.
COVID itself.
Anything. Oh yeah.
Like,
Right?
it
Dude,
really
it's
is.
amazing.
It really is.
It's
Dude,
amazing.
they they arrested a 74 or 75-year-old man just for honking his horn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
up, like
Yeah.
almost threw that dude on the ground. I'm like, bro,
Yeah. And
Wasn't it,
here's-
fuck him up.
Wasn't it and Thomas, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was
Oh, I don't know if
Marcus
I can do that.
Aurelius that said something about you can tell when a civilization is about to fall because the laws become
Yes,
just
it was,
ridiculous, right?
yeah.
And I'm like, I'm paraphrasing.
the closer
but
a civilization gets to collapse, the crazier the laws get.
there it is. Yeah.
And I can't hold on. You guys keep talking.
I feel like
Well,
that's who it was. I feel like it
Trudeau
was Marcus Aurelius.
was caught on video praising China for how
yeah.
they enact changes within their government so quickly. I'm like, yeah, it's called fucking communism, and no one.
Well, no,
has
he
a
even
say in
said
the
Right.
government.
he even said that he was fond of he had a fondness of the dictatorship in China
Yeah,
because
Yeah, he
because
said
they can
dictatorship.
just
He
yeah.
did say that.
Yeah,
he
well, he did.
literally
He flat out
praised
said it.
China and said, well,
Yeah.
those dictators can get shit done.
Yeah, they can just turn their
So-
economy on a dime. Like, yeah, they do whatever the
Marcus
fuck they want.
Tullius Cicero. And he
Okay,
said,
I was close. I got the Marcus
yeah,
part
Marcus Tullius Cicero, he said, the closer a civilization gets to collapse, the crazier their laws get. And he's
right. There it is.
fucking
That's
right.
true.
You can't
We're
make
fucking
that
living
shit
it.
up in Rome. We're living it right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, good. God bless the fucking Canadian truckers. And if you
Yes.
boys need anything and this podcast can help, and I don't know how it can, but hey, if it can, fuck yeah, we'll help. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. This
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
truth to power. Let's fucking call our next. Let's just rename the podcast Truth to Power, because that's fucking what we're doing. We're fucking telling you assholes that have all the power that we're fucking willing to say the truth, and we don't give a fuck. Try to cancel us. Fuck you. Fuck you. What do you
Turn it back
call?
on.
What do you call a man in debt?
I know this one. Go ahead.
What?
Owen.
Yep.
What's the difference between your wife and your job?
Whoa.
Wait, haven't we told
Oh
this one
wait,
before?
we have told this one.
We have. How about
Yeah,
I
it's okay.
accidentally
Yeah.
swallowed a bunch of Scrabble tiles?
What's the difference between a woman and a computer?
What?
Oh boy. I see where this theme's going.
Computers don't laugh at a 3.5-inch floppies.
Oh,
Nice.
that's a little personal for you, I think.
No, I'm solid 8, dude. I don't have to do anything.
I accidentally swallowed a bunch of Scrabble tiles.
Oh yeah.
My next trip to the bathroom could spell disaster.
Oh wow.
Who's the biggest hoe in history?
Biggest
Santa?
O in history.
Yeah,
Oh,
Who?
Miss Pac-Man, because for 25 cents she swallows balls until she dies.
nice.
Oh god! Do you know why the British don't get Viagra tea bags?
No.
Because they don't stop your biscuit from going soft when you dunk it.
Oh.
Oh.
Good. If you want to find out who loves you more, stick your wife and dog in the trunk of your car for an hour, and when you open the trunk, see who's happy to
See
see
which
you.
one's happy to see you. Yeah, drive around the block all the time. I love the fact that tablets were replaced by scrolls. Scrolls were replaced by books, and now we scroll through books on tablets.
Yeah.
That's good.
Hey, we never did talk about the halftime show at the Zebra Bowl.
Oh my god,
but,
we didn't. You're right.
but there's so to break it down, there's 4 quarters in a Super Bowl, and
Right.
that's why they brought out 50 Cent at halftime.
He was $1.
By the way,
fucking $1,
Dude, when he hung upside down and he was all like a little, I don't know what the word is, thick, bloated.
No, he's
Like
just thick right now.
Well,
He's
like
too-
he looked like a whole dollar.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
He was
Yeah.
clearly, he's been enjoying himself and his newfound fame. So good for you, 50 Cent. You look like a whole dollar.
I hear Mary J.
Oh.
Blige is still laying where she fell dramatically
Oh my
on her
God.
back because
Wouldn't
her old
surprise me
ass is she's
at
done.
all.
She done.
Did she? that was
Although,
not-
you know,
that
it was
not on purpose.
amazing to see, like I sat there in my brother-in-law's house and the halftime show starts and it's bam, bam, la di da di da. And I look over and my ultra white 30-something-year-old sister-in-law Mormon is la di da di da. It's the motherfucking D-O-double-G.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg. Like
I just couldn't get it. I couldn't get over the fact that the fucking background, and backup dancers were crip walking.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Dude,
Oh, that
Oh,
whole
like,
thing was that whole thing
all
was
of
a
it.
That whole thing
vote
was
to fucking
nothing.
Compton. That was
Yep.
that was a locals only.
Of course.
Fucking yeah.
Oh, 100%.
And I
but
saw
I'm just
I
like,
saw all the
wow.
posts. Okay, I'm gonna talk to my cops here. Chuck, let's talk to the cops here for a minute, right?
All right.
I know Snoop and I know Dre and I know Ice Cube and I know NWA and all those guys like 25 fucking 30 years ago, like we're rapping about fuck the cops, fuck the police,
Fuck
coming
the
straight from the
police.
underground, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Bro, people grow, people change. Number one. Number
Yeah,
two.
now fucking Ice Cube and fucking Ice-T play cops.
Ice-T
in
plays a
fucking-
cop on
Yeah,
fucking TV.
I mean,
Yeah.
Ice Cube
so
played a
there's
cop.
that.
Like
Yeah.
hello. Like fucking Ice-T wrote Cop Killer when he was in Body Count, and then he played a fucking detective on Law and Order for
SVU,
years.
Yeah, for like 15
Like-
years or something like that.
like-
Dude, it's crazy.
Like I get it. I get what you're saying. I get why you're upset. But dude, that was a long fucking time ago. Number one. Number two, nobody gave a shit then. Right? Like now, if they were coming out with these songs now and the shit that was happening to cops now, I'd be like, hey, that's a direct correlation. Calling for violence against cops, violence against cops. But like these were songs of frustration, songs of the black culture, the black community. Like I know I have talked to dirty cops. Like I literally have talked to cops, and I hate to say this because they give fucking real good cops a bad name. I have talked to cops who have said, fuck him, I put dope on him. Who cares? And it's a shame. It's shameful because that
Yeah.
fucking shit ruins
Wow.
the fucking job for everybody else. So when I see that shit, I don't say, fuck those guys, fuck their narrative, fuck their lyrics, fuck their rap. I say, hold on, time out. How much of that shit is based in reality and based on their personal experiences? And how much of this shit requires that we sit down at a table and discuss what got us to this point? And that's what needs to happen. That's what
Yeah.
needs to happen. Not like the cops saying fuck Ice Cube and fuck Ice-T and fuck Dr. Dre for singing about fuck the cops.
Right.
Let's talk about what caused Ice Cube and Dr. Dre and Ice-T to sing fuck the cops.
You bring up an interesting point. Just like what Whoopi said when she came back on The View after her hiatus, we need to have tough conversations, and we're going to
Yes.
continue to have tough conversations. We need to bring these conversations up. And I was watching that Super Bowl, and I was watching this whole locals only Crip walking, and I was like, I looked at another cop that I was sitting with, and I was like, hey, that's going to bring a lot of fucking hellfire to
Yeah.
Los Angeles, because that's going to rile up a lot of gangsters. And what happens? Rams win. People
Yep.
fucking riot. They do dumb
Yep.
shit. They break shit.
Yep.
They vandalize. They break into
Yep.
stores. They loot. They do dumb.
Well, look, that shit was
shit.
going to happen whether they won or
Oh,
lost.
yeah.
I was like,
Exactly.
the
Oh,
Super Bowl's here.
100%.
I'm like, these
But-
people be fitting to act a fool after this, regardless.
When you
You say
have
fit.
100 fucking people crip
Yeah.
walking on national television,
Love that word.
that is only going to bring about bad shit. You
Yeah.
are basically glorifying gangsters and criminals. And look, I get it, your major fucking stars or whatever, but when an organization allows gangs to come in and gangs to basically put their gang on a pedestal,
Oh yeah,
that
they gave him a
brings
platform. They
fucking
gave him a
problems.
huge.
You know
fucking
what?
platform.
Exactly.
You know what?
That's the only problem I have.
Okay. Because clearly we have run out of time.
And Thomas is wearing a blue hat. I'm just saying.
And a red shirt. Fuck motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, you fucking.
By the
you
way,
you
I will
conflicted.
fucking Chuck. Are you agree with? Here's what I want to offer. Chuck, get on board with this.
What is it? say?
The first person who can send us a fucking DM that knows what my shirt means, right, and what it's from,
Okay.
we'll send you a t-shirt or a sticker or something. But go on
Okay.
YouTube and check out my shirt. If you can tell me what it's from, we'll send you a t-shirt. That's
Okay.
or a patch or something. We'll figure it
Yeah.
out.
Hey,
But we'll
real,
figure it out.
real quick, went to give you an update. I went to the doctor today, and big building. Had to take the elevator, so I was in the elevator for a minute, and I decided,
Well,
you
yeah,
know what?
because your knee's all fucked up.
Right.
So I was like, I'm gonna poop in this elevator because I'm taking this shit to a whole new level.
My friend decided to become an archaeologist.
A what?
An archaeologist.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
His life is in ruins.
You know, I heard this saying: if a woman sleeps with 10 men, she's a slut, but if a man does it, he's gay. Definitely gay.
And on that note,
Yeah.
boys, how did they reach us? Seriously,
Mark,
we've got a lot of shit going on. We got a lot of shit going on. We got
if they don't know by now.
YouTube channel shit going on. We got like, stay tuned, follow us on social media, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. Because we're about to launch like 3 new initiatives. Like we don't want to talk about it yet because shit hasn't happened, but there's some.
Did you say food?
No.
No,
Oh, I'm just hungry
3 new
again, sorry.
initiatives. Yeah.
3 new initiatives. Like
Just hungry.
we're gonna like new shows, new podcast type stuff. So we talked about the live show.
Mhm.
And we have responses that they want a live show. So we are currently experimenting with how the live show will work. We're also talking about doing some chat show type stuff on YouTube where we debrief some of these crazier videos of police tactics and stuff. And then we've talked about doing some other stuff where we discussed the events of that week in glorious detail in attempt to offend as many people as we possibly can. Because Matt and I once ran a page on Facebook and Instagram with the sole intent of seeing how quickly we could get it shut down, and it took 4 months.
Yeah, and we think we can do better.
Maybe less. We think we can do better. We are, because fuck cancel culture. We are trying to get canceled at this point. Fuck it, cancel us. Because guess what? Like, there's so many places we can put this shit out. We'll find we're like a goddamn fucking virus. We'll pop up anywhere. You can't cancel. You can't cancel the truth. You can't cancel the truth. Oh my God, I fucking Jack Nicholson right there. Anyway, how can they reach us?
Call your mom. She knows.
On that note,
Oh fuck! Yeah. Oh wait, one more thing. Special announcement. To everyone out there suffering from paranoia, I just want you to know
You're not alone.
bye.